your girl Victoria, back to you with another review for Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 25, called Nashville Reunion Part 2. So we're picking up where we left off last week with Kevin asking Shaquille if he regrets saying no on decision day to Kirsten. So he admits that he does regret it. And of course, here we go with Kevin saying that they should pretty much be together. He don't say that word for word, but I'm just paraphrasing. Kirsten says she appreciates that he does admit that he regrets saying no, but it is what it is. Like, she ain't trying to go back. It ain't gonna be nothing. But, you already know Kevin got things up under his sleeve. So who he brings out? Both Kirsten and Shaquille's mom. Now, looks like Kirsten's mom got the memo to wear the yellow, and looks like Shaquille's mom lost the email or the memo somewhere in her phone. So she didn't get the memo, she came in pink. But I'm just like, okay, we're just gonna make it seem like this is all a coinkydink, right? That you're all wearing yellow. Okay, it seems like you guys are trying to stand on a united front, but we're going to act like, oh no, it's just coincidentally we all wearing yellow. Okay, whatever. So, they, of course, say their opinions on what they think of the relationship, and the mom reiterated again, Kirsten's mom, saying that their expectations was too high, which is 100% truth. We have Shaquille's mom saying Kirsten is still her daughter-in-law, and, she wishes that they would get back together. Kirsten's mom feel the same way, so it looks like everybody feels the same way. Do I feel like they should get back together? Not necessarily, but if they do, I guess that's what they do. Okay, if you guys decide to get back together, that's y'all relationship. Y'all can do whatever the heck you want. For me personally, I'm just like, I don't understand why we have to keep going back and forth for this. If you wanted to be with each other from the get-go, you should have been with each other. And, even though Kirsten, I was just like, she was just very bitter. And I feel like it was just more so of the fact of being rejected versus like really being hurt. But we're going to go with she was very hurt. But it's like, not that it's kind of like you regret it and kind of want to get back with her. The ball is now on her course. So she's kind of like, you already played me once. I'm not about to let you play me again. So I think from her mindset, she's kind of like, I'm not trying to do none of that. But since everybody seems to want them to be together, I feel like she's getting pressured. And Shaquille wants to get back with Kirsten. But because of the pressure of everybody wanting them to be together, it's kind of forcing them to go on dates and, have good conversations and admit their wrongdoings and what they would do better for if they got back together. We're going to get to that, I guess, when they talk to the experts for 2.5 seconds. But I'm just like, is this really going to do anything? Because they could be saying all of this now on TV. However, after TV, when cameras are not there and all that stuff, they could go right back to not really even being cordial. So we'll see what happens, I guess, in the Where Are They Now? But I don't see this becoming anything. And if it does, I'm going to have to eat my words. But just for me right now, I don't think it's going to be nothing. I think it's just peer pressure and the pressure of everybody saying something that's making them, consider getting back together. But they do agree that they're going to have dinner later that night. Okay, whatever. We then get to Dominique and McKinley. So they sit down with Kevin, and Kevin does call out McKinley for his wrongdoings. And when he questions McKinley on his wrongdoings, McKinley seems like he can't really answer the questions and whatnot. What was the questions that he asked? I honestly don't remember. I felt like I was going to remember, but this 2-hour reunion part 2 was just nonsense to me. So it's like there's too many stuff that was very irrelevant that I can't even remember the questions, because I guess it was so irrelevant that I didn't even write down what the questions were. But it was all BS, same conversation, different day. So he can't really answer those questions. And Dominique talks about she wanted McKinley to stand up for her, I guess, when she said she wanted to get a divorce. And McKinley is just like, well, if you didn't want to be with me, I wasn't going to beg you to stay. And for me, I'm just like, that's another thing that Dominique, you have to learn. And you call yourself an old soul, but this just shows more of your immaturity because, listen, you watch too much TV, movies and stuff, okay? Usually in the movies, the guy does come running back and say, no, don't leave me. But, like, I feel like an everyday average man ain't gonna really be like, oh no, let's stay together, especially if they only knew you for 2.5 seconds. Like, maybe if you guys were together for 5 years and he was like, oh, you can't do this, maybe he will fight for you. But if he only knew you for 2.5 seconds, I don't think it's too much of feelings and emotions there for someone to be like, okay, let's try to make this work. Especially the way that it was going about with their marriage anyway. It started off good from when y'all see the flashbacks, but over time, well, not even really over time because you guys were only together for 2.5 seconds, but for the time being, after the honeymoon, everything went straight to doo-doo. So why would I beg you to stay when you already making every day past honeymoon kind of like a living hell? So no, I'm not going to beg you to stay when clearly you don't want to stay. You didn't even give this marriage a chance. So no, I'm not going to beg you to stay. Clearly that shows your maturity or the lack thereof, and ain't nothing going to be. So he said what he had to say in regards to that. And then I guess they showed never before seen clip of Dom and McKinley talking. And I guess Dom confronts McKinley because he had him and his family unfollow Dominique and her family. And he's like, well, you're divorcing me, so. And once again, that shows another thing of immaturity. So you expect them to still follow you after you the one who said you want a divorce? Like, we don't. No, we're not going to still be cool. I mean, we could be cordial, I guess. But, I mean, listen, he and his feelings, because you divorcing him, you and your feelings. So, he admits he was being petty. But for me, I'm just like, I mean, usually when you guys separate, especially if it's something so like 2.5 seconds of a relationship to begin with, there's no reason to continue being friends on social media. Like, I didn't see nothing really wrong with what McKinley did, even though I really don't care for McKinley, but I don't see anything really wrong for what he did. He's like, we don't even really know each other like that. Why am I going to continue following you when you divorcing me? But I guess here they agree to be friends, and we find out that McKinley is dating and Dom is dating. Congratulations. So then we get to Kevin. He sits down with McKinley and Gina, and they talk about, I guess, their relationship or the lack thereof. And I guess McKinley claims he wasn't no home wrecker. Gina kind of backs him up and says that they made sure when she was still technically married, that their text messages weren't too vulgar in language and whatever the case may be. So it kind of was after the fact. And, her relationship with Clint was already dead to begin with. So it's like, it wasn't nothing, no feelings there, so to speak. So I guess maybe a little bit prior to actually saying no on decision day or whatever the case is, that's when they kind of started conversing a little bit more. Okay, you could tell us all these facades of what happened, but I don't believe it. Okay, but if that's what you guys say, sure, go whatever. But do I believe it? No. But okay, whatever y'all say. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Anyways, I guess Mac asked Gina out, so she said yes, and I guess they're gonna go out tonight, or the night of this reunion. Okay, whatever, cool. So then we get to, and then the last thing in regards to that was Kevin asks McKinley, why does he feel like he's better than Clint for Gina? And he goes through this whole spiel and stuff. Okay, thank you. You shouldn't have asked that question, Kevin. See, that's what I'll be talking about. Y'all just be asking messy questions. I don't need to hear McKinley talk about why he better than Clint, because through the masses, Clint is still more of the fan favorite versus McKinley. So he can say whatever he wants in regards to why he's better for Gina than Clint being better for Gina. But I'm like, even the experts didn't think so, even though experts don't be having a good choices of matches. So there's that. But then we get to the guys. They sit down with Kevin, and they're all cool and friends and whatnot. They talk about each other's marriages and situations. I'm not going to go through the whole spiel because we watched it for over half a year at this point. So Clint is cool with Mac and Gina dating. He's happy for them, whatnot. And Mac said he didn't try to be disrespectful. Whatever you say, McKinley. Yeah. Sure, because you throwing in that Gina is sexy from like week 1 wasn't kind of red flag enough. All right. Anyway, we then move on to Kevin sitting down with the experts, and the experts do this every season where they explain how hard matchmaking is, because you have to find people who are having things in common but who are also different so they can balance each other out. It's the same formula. But this is what I keep saying every season as well. You guys expect better results. You want different results than what you've been getting, but you're still doing the same formula for picking these couples. Why don't we switch the formula of how you pick the couples so you could get better results in marriages? No, because you guys are more focused on drama-filled seasons or dragged out filled seasons versus actually good short seasons that make us want more. Do we want more? No. I honestly feel like for me and everyone else who reviews Married at First Sight, we review it because we are in depth to this. We are tied down to this because we've been watching this from the beginning. So we still have an inkling of hope for better for this whole show to, in general. But we're getting disappointed every season. This season was redonkulous. The fact that we are recapping episodes 25, I was about to say 75, 25 of one season is redonkulous. So you guys are continuously making it worse. People are dropping like flies for watching the show, and you know what we want, but you guys refuse to give it. Why? I don't know. I really don't. But listen, I ain't no producer or expert, y'all don't pay me. So it's like, why do I watch it? I mean, just, I'm loyal, okay? Me as a tourist, I'm loyal. And I still have hope that there will be another season 11. Because I fake cry every time I mention season 11 because it's like, you can't get no better than Woody. What's her name again? Dang, how can I forget my favorite couple? Wow, Alani. I know, I don't feel like... I'm so terrible. What is her name? Amani and Woody. Oh my gosh. I'm so terrible. I'm riding for these people since day one of season 11, and then I don't forgot her name. That's so sad. I'm so sorry. If they ever do watch this, which I highly doubt they would, I'm so sorry I forgot your name. Anyway, we're not talking about them because they good, they Gucci. These people, they ain't. So yeah, anything else to take from the guys sitting with each other? No, not really. Like I said, he sat with the experts. They made their excuses, whatever. Excuses, because y'all keep saying it, but clearly y'all matches suck. Can we just someone ever just let them know their matches suck? They mention social media, but it's like social media is right, you guys are wrong, because the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the results of the people that are still together to this day versus the people who ain't. So what are you guys doing wrong? A lot. So of course they have people who come out to sit with the experts to talk about the relationships. Dom and McKinley are first. Nothing much to take from that, but Dom does get a little emotional because she got told, like, listen, you kind of sabotage your own relationship because you kind of nitpicked everything. So she feels bad. She feels like a failure and about her attitude at the time. It makes her sad and whatnot. So I guess they say some encouraging words and whatnot. No, ain't no encouraging words for you, Dom. You okay, I'm not gonna call you a failure. That's not nice. But you did it to yourself. And look at you now. You could have at least tried to make it work or gave it a real chance, but you didn't. A lot of people don't give nothing a real chance. They see one little thing that's a negative and they're so quick to be like, okay, deuces, I'm out. But then they wonder why they don't have these long-lasting relationships. You think any relationship that lasts for a period of time is easy? No. Any relationship that's been for more than a couple years, it's work. It's work. This guy out here that I've been with since 2018 is work. It's a lot of work. Working still to this day. So it's just like, you can't be, if you really want to be in a relationship, it's not something that's going to be easy breezy, lemon squeezy. It's tough. It's tough, but it's just, you got to find the person that's worth it enough that you're going to still fight through it, even through the tough times. So, it seemed like Dom still got to try to figure that out. McKinley, he has potential, but, he seemed like a little snake to me sometimes, a little mischievous. So, let him, do his little job in Michigan with his, plants, and, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Anyway, we move on to Kirsten and Shaq. They're next in the hot seat to talk to the experts and Kevin. And I guess one of the experts asked them, did they color coordinate on purpose? Shaquille says no. And I'm like, stop lying. See, that's what we be talking about. Y'all lie too much. So y'all didn't, color coordinate to wear yellow, a very specific color. It ain't like it's no black or navy blue. It is yellow. Okay. I don't think, some of the stuff you do be wearing is questionable, but I just feel like it's a coincidence you and Kirsten is both wearing yellow and her mama wearing yellow. I don't think this is something that was just a coincidence. So you could say that all you want, Shakira, but we already know the truth that it's a lie. So, Kirsten does get emotional in this scene, in this moment, because, Kevin says she was hurt. I mean, if she was, okay, cool, but I feel like she was just more embarrassed that she got played and said no to by Shaquille, because of out of all people, it was Shaquille who told her no when I honestly feel like she felt like she should be the one saying no versus him, but I digress. That's just my personal opinion, and I'm sticking to it for the moment being. So she gets a little emotional, and Shaq apologizes to Kirsten and all this stuff. She appreciates that he apologized and that they will discuss further later. And pretty much we have the experts and Kevin kind of like coercing them to give it a second chance. So we'll see if they do, but this is all peer pressure. And we're just going to see if they feel like it's best for them to get together or not. But I don't think they do, because I feel like I would have heard something about them being back together. So it ain't nothing. That's it. They're just going to be friends and move on. So then lastly, we get Kevin sits with the cast again. And, they talk about different random things. And we have the cast defending Nicole for being Nicole and, leading all the conversations and whatnot. She says someone has to do it. We know, because there's always one person every season who's the main talker, who does these conversations and asks the questions that the producers, I'm almost 100% sure, makes them ask. So, okay, whatever. Nicole is still Nicole, even though producers ask her to do it. But, they knew to choose kind of, sort of, the messiest person of the crew to do that. So, kudos to you, I guess, Nicole, because I guess that's what she wants, some kudos. But, I mean, at the same time, it's like, if they not tripping about it, the cast, I'm not going to trip about it, but this just shows me that, Nicole can't be in my business, because she going to be trying to go and tell homeboy back there, look, this is what you need to do. No, it's not for you to tell him. It's for me to tell him, okay? Let his wife tell him what he need to do to make this marriage work. Okay, not you. Don't be sending him no text, no nothing. So, okay. But they talk about Jasmine and Aries impersonating Clint. So then I guess Shaquille and Kirsten impersonates Aries. And I just want to say, I'm just very confused, because I just feel like even prior to saying on decision day, the body language between Aries and Jasmine, it's just very interesting to me. It's like their body language is there. It looks like the body language chemistry is there, but they just couldn't get there. And like I said, they look like they would be a beautiful couple if they was both interested in each other. And honestly, I feel like if Aries would be like, Jasmine, I made a mistake. Like, I think we should really make this try. I think if Jasmine wasn't dating little boy toy or whoever this guy is, if she even really dating him for real, she would definitely give him another chance. I don't know. They have the potential, but it's just Aries couldn't get there. And, I don't know if he feels different because she got her teeth fixed. I don't know if that was the real reason to begin with. But it's just like, it seems like you guys are there body language wise, but you guys just wasn't there mental wise. More so on Aries' side versus Jasmine. I don't know. But I guess in my head, moving forward, they may just be sneaky links if she ever stops dating Boy Toy, if she's even with Boy Toy, like I said. Other than that, they show a montage of Clint and Hank, and everybody gets emotional. Gina wants to make a joke saying this is the first time she's cried in her whole marriage. No, it's not, Gina, because you cried when you was sad that homegirl left you at your salon, knowing that people come and go as employees. Okay. And then lastly, when they showed the sneak peek for season 17 of Married at First Sight Denver, I just come to the realization that Dr. Pia is officially the third expert. Because it looks like we're going to be seeing more of her in season 17 than the past couple seasons we've seen her in. And the last thing I want to say in regards to the experts, in regards to Dr. Pepper, when she was talking with Dominique and McKinley, when she said, "Oh, we've seen how you were nitpicking everything and all this stuff, and we just wanted to just tell, like, I wish I could have just told you stop and told McKinley to stand up for himself." For me, I'm just like, why couldn't you have said that? This is what I'm talking about. You say you wish you could have, but why couldn't you have? Isn't that what you guys are on the show for, to help coach them through marriage and all this stuff that they're going through? So you guys were barely there. So I'm not understanding why you couldn't have helped them. And this is what we want, for you guys to help them so they can either come to terms and like make it work, or figure out like, okay, we could be cordial, but it's just not gonna be nothing. Because you've seen in the beginning seasons of Married at First Sight, because you guys were constantly there to help them through like almost each and every situation that they had, you had a lot more success in the beginning seasons versus these later seasons. So I'm not understanding why you can no longer assist them when you are hearing about the issues that they're having and waiting till dang near close to decision date to finally try to do any little, oh, maybe you should do this. No, you should be working with them from day 1 to day 60. So I just don't understand what dynamic they're trying to do, but it's not working. And thinking that you're prolonging this trash of a system is going to make it worse. But your girl's still gonna watch. That's the unfortunate part, is like, I talk all this crap just to say I'm still gonna come back for season 17. Because why not? So that's it, guys. That's it. There's one more episode. Well, at least one more episode that I'm gonna watch. I will watch the Where Are They Now, and I will probably 99.999% do the review. But after episode 26, I am officially done with season 16. So if they post anything else after that, I will watch it. But I don't think I'm going to review it, because there is nothing left. After 26 weeks, there will be nothing left to say. Mic drop. Even though there ain't no, I have a mic over here, but you can't see it. So other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, come back next week. Hopefully I can make you laugh. Comment down below on what you thought about this episode. And other than that, be easy, breezy, lemon squeezy. I will see you guys in the next one next week for the last time for this season. Peace.